Hey guys, Dan Howman back with another Watcher Arounds video. Today we're doing the Eerie Styx, the Lord of the Styx. A bit overtuned, so I didn't make a video yesterday. I kind of ran out of time. I wanted to get some of the other videos from the test server since I'm one of the only people with test server access. I wanted to show some stuff with the new artifacts, with Arena, some of that stuff. So now we're on my main account. We're not on the test server today. And I'll kind of show you, there's basically two ways to get this boss down. The first way is just to use a ridiculous amount of attack speed and a lot of hits on the boss to break the shield. And then once the shield breaks, you get into vulnerability, you attack the boss, etc. That's how it works. Now, there's another way where you kind of just abuse the shield by not trying to break it. You just let it hit you, but then you try to live through it. Now, I'll go through the rankings, kind of show you what that means. Now, Sadie is going to be the #1 person to try to break it. However, you'll see everyone's using Elowen with Sadie because you have to be able to get her ultimate up very quickly. So you need a lot of rage regen. So you need rage regen on her. You need her fully skilled up, most likely, depending on how much rage regen you can get. And you need Elowen to get her rage back very quickly so that she can always have this up when the boss uses the shield break. This allows your team to live, etc. I don't have Elowen, so I haven't tried this strategy. I was going to maybe try it with Sadie and Hollow and Leia. I do have Leia, but I don't know. I haven't seen anyone use any sort of strat like that. So I'm not sure if that works. If I get more time, I will try that. Today, I'm going to show you the attack speed method that I've been using. You'll see someone like Murder Inc., who's actually kind of using both methods. So Torador, what Torador does is he gives, basically you're going to want Sadie or Torador to do well in this. I put my best Piercer team in, and literally I got a 0 damage the first try because I could not break the shield. But this is I'm sorry, that's his where his is passive does not show it here. There it is. So basically you get the attack speed for different faction allies, and then 15% reduce healing. Oops, sorry. Faction allies basic attack has a 30% chance of landing an extra hit. That's why Torador is so good. You can use Wrath for the attack speed, but you really do want Torador to break the shield. I did break the shield on my free-to-play account using Wrath, so that does work. And I guess if we have some time, I can show that. But you want to change some crazy builds for your heroes. He only has 270 attack speed, but you can see there's some bug, and for some reason for defenders, it won't show their crit and crit damage. The developers think that defenders should never have crit or crit damage, so they just hide it, unfortunately. You'll notice everyone else, you can see it. You cannot see it for defenders. You can see he has a very high amount of attack. You can see he does have good crit rate, crit damage, even though it is not shown. That is pretty much the methods you have. You have those two methods. I'll show you what I'm using in my team here. So this is what I ended up using. Torador, as I said, is built with very high attack speed. He's at 600 attack speed, and that is because he's not going to deal a crazy amount of damage for me, so I figured I'd sacrifice my units like him to deal a lot of hits. What is his initial attack interval? It's a little bit high, but you can see I got it down to 1.4, which is pretty solid, okay? So I have a couple heroes that I did this with. Torador was my first one. Wolverine here, Demos, is my second one. I put a lot of attack speed on him. I put an attack speed item here. He has 400 attack speed, but he also has this chance to launch another basic attack, 15% chance. So that's additional hits. And then I have Calypso, who I built with really high attack speed. Again, she's at 600, same as Torador. So she's cool because she has basically these seal stones that are also dealing damage at the same time, and those count as extra hits as well. So she can be quite good to, and she also triggers 2-hit combos. I should probably swap this out for something different, but that's okay. Again, so Werewolf, Demos, Calypso, and Torador are built with very high attack speed to get a lot of hits on the shield. Silas is in my normal damage gear. He does have decent attack speed just inherently because he's using ancients that almost always have attack speed. Same story for my Salazar, and same story for my Arrogance. They just have the standard attack speed in their normal builds of roughly, I don't know, 300, okay? So this is how this works. This is the, I don't know if it's the easier strat. It's kind of annoying to have to mess up all your gear. I kind of ranted about that in my last video. I feel like I'm the only person complaining about it, but I do find that I'm spending almost all of my time changing gear. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, if you're trying to min-max everything, I get it. You gotta try hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Calypso first, okay? Cause Calypso has really high attack speed, and she also has to build up her seal stone. So you want her first. I'm gonna put Torador just because he has high attack speed, and then I'm gonna put my other melee units down. We'll put Silas down, and we'll put Arrogance down. You just kind of throw them all down. You don't have to do any crazy things with this strat. You kind of just throw them down, and all you're gonna do is basically use the ultimates when you're close to breaking the shield. I don't have the sound on, do I? I don't have the sound on. Hold on. I gotta fix it. That's annoying me. I don't have the sound. What did I have the sound on the test server? Oh yeah. Sorry, I made a video over on the test server that I may or may not post. I was testing the urinator. Okay, so here we go. This is almost gonna break. So what we're gonna do is right near the end of it, when we get to like, I don't know, 5, and then now you're gonna try to deal all your damage in this vulnerability state. Okay, you can see you killed the boss. You can't actually kill the boss before the first vulnerability, but I don't know that any of the damage counts, so maybe I shouldn't have used the ultimates right there. I probably should have waited for the first shield, but that's okay. We'll just we're just kind of giving you an idea how to do this. This is a little bit easier. The other interesting thing is my Demos is able to live through the shield. I think it's because when he uses his ultimate, he gets like 150% HP. So I think it just gives him a big enough pool to live. So that was kind of interesting. Demos can live through the shields. So here we go. Again, I'm going to use this when we get kind of close to 0. There you go. We're in vulnerability, and I'm going to let my Demos hit quite hard. I might save my Demos for one of the other ones where he might die instead. I'm going to use this. I used my Salazar just a little bit too late there, but that's okay. We'll see what happens here. So you do take some damage, but you also have the healing here. I don't know what causes the healing, but something causes the healing. Maybe it's something with this. Okay, so now we're going to wait for the second vulnerability, and then we're going to use our ultimates again in the second vulnerability. You can see my Silas taking some damage, but he will heal himself up. You can see there. Okay, this shield gets quite high in stacks very quickly. So that is something to note as well. Now what I'm going to do is, again, as we're getting closer, see, we almost didn't even break that, you know? So you gotta build a ridiculous amount of attack speed if this is the way you want to try to deal your damage. Otherwise, you try to ignore that shield explosion by allowing your team to survive with some sort of method. Like Salazar, when he's using his ultimate, he can't actually be tacked. So Torador has a block death. Salazar, Demos worked for me. You can use stuff like Vortex Shield, Sadie ult. I bet Regulus might work here. So you're just trying to basically reduce the incoming damage, kind of like what you do in stage GR2. But here you go. I'm probably already going to fail this because I need more attack speed. Maybe I'll use this just to get some extra hits. And then we'll use Demos, I think, right before the end of this because I'll show you how he can live. Because here you go. I'm not going to break the shield. Oh, my Demos died that time. The first time he lived. That time he did die. But you can see my Torador lived. So you can also do stuff where you could use Volca probably and put people back down and have people who can absorb death like Torador and Regulus. I don't know. That might be a valid strat. I haven't seen anyone really high in the leaderboard doing that because... I don't know if you can deal that much damage with people dying constantly. So this boss is insanely overtuned in my opinion. They need to reduce the shield stacks by like 50% maybe, or 30%. I mean, because you got to get 300 hits in a small amount of attack. You just saw how much attack speed was on all my heroes. I have the full immortal. I can never nightmare. You have the full nightmare there with a ridiculous amount of attack speed, and all I can get is a B+. So this is not really the best method, but it is a method that works. Maybe we'll just show you real quick. I did kind of a similar method on my free-to-play, so I can pull that up real quick and just kind of show you the team and maybe just do an auto because it's kind of the same It's kind of the same strat. I haven't messed too much with the Sadie strat. I've only been doing the, you see, I only got F here, but at least I was able to break the shield. Honestly, I was kind of happy just being able to break the shield, sadly enough. Yeah, so I'll just throw an auto fight on and just kind of show you. It's basically the same strat. I used Wrath instead of Torador because I don't have Wrath. But I do have Arrogance now, and I do have Calypso. So Calypso was also helping me break the shield. You can see, boom, I barely broke the shield there, but at least we're getting some damage on the boss. I mean, we're still kind of in the pre-phase, but yeah. I got Arrogance fairly recently on this account. We got Demos and stuff, but you can see I can break the shield. I can break the shield. That took me 2 shield breaks to get the boss down into the actual boss rush phase. I don't think you can deal any damage yet because it starts off at F. I don't think you can deal any damage before the boss rush phase. So I think I can only get like the first, maybe only the first, maybe, you know, barely the second. I don't know. We'll see here how it works, but I'm using the Nightmare team for the attack speed, same as the other thing, and I'm just using Wrath instead of Torador because you need the bonus, right? You need that attack speed bonus. You can see I only got an F, but at least it gives you some rewards for doing it. And sadly, an F is still like in the top, what is it, 5%? I don't know, we'll see. What is so I still get 200 coins at least, so it's better than nothing. And as far as damage, you're gonna get a lot of damage from Silas. I do feel like this boss has kind of high defense, so Silas with that ignore defense is pretty good there. Now let me see what that ranks me here on the boss. Top 40%, not great. Definitely not great. Again, what I could do is just kind of swap people into high attack speed, right? I didn't want to waste a bunch of gold on my free-to-play account leveling up attack speed items that I wouldn't normally use. So that was kind of the problem with this strategy, is you do need a lot of attack speed, right? So if I go and look at some of these, like I leveled up this piece specifically for Lunaria because Lunaria has pretty good attack rate. And then I think I might have even did one. No, I didn't do one for him. I did it on someone else as well. Not Demos. Who was the other person I did it on? Oh, Calypso, of course. Calypso, I wanted to build really high attack speed as well. So I got her in a fairly high attack speed, almost 600 attack speed. So that's kind of the problem with this strategy, is you have to have attack speed gear. And you even might want to level up other attack speed gear. We don't have the gear level event. It just ended a couple days ago, but that's kind of been my attack speed strat. I haven't messed too much with the Sadie strat yet. I have a feeling this boss is kind of way more overtuned than it should be. Another thing you can do is just kind of another thing to think about is using Volca in there. She has a fairly decent attack interval, I think. Yeah, so she has kind of a low attack interval to start. I think I must have even put some, oh yeah. I tried her a little bit on this account because when she's in play, she also allows your heroes to heal every time. So if you're struggling with healing, you could use her, and she's another nightmare, so she gives more attack speed to your team. So this is the attack speed method that I went through in detail because I haven't really done the Sadie method. But maybe we'll make another video if we have time to try that one. So, okay, that's it for the video. Just wanted to give you kind of an idea of what you're doing here. You're either ignoring the shield and finding ways to bypass the shield with tankiness, or people who get immune to death, or Sadie, or shields, etc. Or you're just trying to break the shield with a trillion attack speed and lots of hits on the boss. So those are the 2 main strats for this boss. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and that subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.